At Arizona State University, we've made online education better, smarter, and more personalized so you can go further in your aspiring field.
I decided to pursue medicine once I realized that ASU did have the online program for biological sciences. You're still required to learn the same curriculum. You're still being tested on the same content that anyone would be tested on in person. The comprehensiveness of the program prepared me so well for medical school.
Explore over 350 plus programs at asuonline.asu.edu.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the show. I'm Timmy B, host of the Fight Insight podcast. It's the best goddamn podcast that your friends are already watching. Go tell them now to come and watch this show because we have a big one, a big one. This is the biggest thing to come to the heavyweight division, Bam Bam. It is Josh, the incredible Hokit. He's gone viral on Instagram. Well, he is now here on the Fight Insight podcast. Bam Bam, my co-host, my friend, UFC veteran. What's up?
Let's go. Timmy B, hit it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Fight Insight Podcast.
It is a big day today, Bam Bam, because we have one of the biggest MMA heavyweights that is set to take stage at Dana White Contender Series on August 19th. This man is a professional football player. Very cool on the San Francisco 49ers. But forget that. I don't care what Wikipedia says. This guy is an MMA fighter on the rise. 5 wins, 5 finishes, undefeated. This is the man that set the world ablaze with his speech after a fight where he commentated on Michelle Obama. I had to get this guy on, and I'm so excited to meet him for the very first time. This is Josh, the incredible Hokit.
Boom. Nailed it.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Yes. Let's
Hell
go.
yeah.
That last name, difficult, but to clarify for everybody, it's Hokit, the incredible Hoke, not
exactly
Hawk.
Boom.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Soon everybody will know how to say it, right?
Absolutely. That's it right there. Absolutely.
Damn straight. Now, what is the origin of this nickname?
Man, I don't just white, I guess.
Being a beast.
Guess white. I don't know. There's the Virginia Tech Hokies. I don't know if and that's a college football team. And
okay.
So wherever that originated from, I don't know. It's just a white last name.
No,
the nickname.
Origination of the last name.
Oh,
the nickname.
A lot of people ask me about the last name. I'm like, it's a white last name. I don't know what to tell you.
I was like, wait a minute. What? White?
Oh, no. The incredible Hope. No. I was sitting in the NFL locker room with my friend Jordan Matthews. He was a second-round pick for the Philadelphia Eagles. And, I was just talking to him about, maybe one day stepping into the octagon and fighting MMA. He was like, if you ever do it, your nickname needs to be the Incredible Hoke. And I was like, you know what? That's kind of clever. I like that. I'm gonna stick with that. And then next thing you know, the next day I changed my name on Instagram. The NFL people helped me to get it verified and change the name. So I was like, shoot, I got it. I got to run with it now.
Yeah.
So shout out to Jordan Matthews.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome. Now, were you always a comic book nerd or what's the deal?
Man, I always liked the Marvel movies. I don't know how they are now with the whole liberal agenda, but I mean, you got 2 gay characters and they're always throwing something in your face. So I don't watch too many movies, but I like the idea of, the Hulk's character. You make him mad and the beast comes out, you know what I'm saying? So I see that, when you step into the cage, the beast has to come out. I like the idea of that. So yeah, it makes sense.
It works. Absolutely. It works. Now, look, I had gone through some other nicknames for you at the time, incorrectly saying your last name, thinking it was more Hawk than Hoke.
I mean, if my last name's Hawk, I should have went the Hawk Tua direction. Josh Hawk Tua Hokit. You know what I'm saying? If that was my last name, that could have sold too.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it only cost like $15 to get that girl to make an appearance at this point. So like, she could walk you to the. I don't think
Oh,
she
she
could
got
walk
some
you to
trouble,
the
I
cage.
think. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be
Shoot, if I could
incredible.
have had a third cornerman, she could have been my third cornerman for this Contender Series fight.
There you
Maybe
go.
next time in the future. But they only
And
have
then-
two. They only have two this fight. So
Well, look, boot out
Hey,
the
when you make
second
that
guy that you don't
debut,
like.
when you make that UFC
yeah,
debut, there you go.
she's walking with me. Yeah. She's in my corner. What type
And
of
then-
advice you got? Fuck. Just
Dude,
spit on that thing.
It-
You know?
Yeah.
I'm
In between
trying.
rounds, just spit on that thing. Come on now.
Exactly.
Give it to him.
exactly.
That'd be incredible. That'd be great.
Yes,
Look,
yes.
but here you go. I made this because in case you weren't married to the nickname, I thought you could be Justice Society Hokman instead of
Hokman?
Hawkman.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
No, don't like it. Don't like it. I
like
get it.
the edit. I like the edit.
Yeah, it took me a long time. How about
Oh
this
my
one?
God.
How about this one?
Uh,
The king of Hoke and Roll. He could come out.
See now if it was rock and roll, hawk and roll, I see
I
where
know.
you're going with it. But yeah,
It's all downhill
I like the
from here.
creativity, dude. I like the creativity.
It's-
I
I'll give
like
you.
it, dude. Yeah.
I'll give you a final failure now because of the incorrect pronunciation. If you smell what the Hoke is
He's
cooking
cooking. I like him,
again,
dude. A for effort, dude. Hey, I like
But,
it, man.
can I
like where your head's
just
at.
can I just say though, this edit of you on the Rock's body, I mean, it literally looks
Yeah.
like that's just you. Like that doesn't even look like I edited
Yeah,
anything.
exactly. I'm not chiseled up, huh?
Yeah.
Do you have that
Dude.
shirt? Do you have that
Not
shirt?
far off.
I should. I like how they were dressing back in the WWF days, so I might have to
Yeah.
start dressing like that too, huh?
Yeah.
There
So-
you go.
Well, this is the thing, man. So now you're moving ahead in your career, 5-0, 100% finish rate. That's what we like to see, man.
Yeah.
How did you know that this was the time to go to Dana White Contender Series? Because people say like you need to, earn your shot, like, get the experience and whatever outside. But there's been a lot of people that make the turn really quickly into the UFC and are very successful. So how did you know this is the right time for you?
Yeah, I knew if I kept winning, it was going to be harder and harder to find fights. And so you see that all the guys on the Contender Series, they're already kind of 5-0 or 6-0. They're kind of around that area. So I was like, might as well give it a try, see if they, because you have to submit an application, and so you give them the background and accolades, and they were like, cool, let's give them a shot. But it's heavyweight at the end of the day. If this was the lightweight division, maybe I need 10 to 15 fights, but this is heavyweight. If you could dodge a punch, they have a big overhand. If you can't get hit by that, maybe take them down, wrestle, have good cardio, you'll be successful with it, however many fights you have. So
Yeah,
That's
I
how I
was
look
gonna
at
say heavyweight definitely they're always looking for good heavyweights. You're 5-0. That's huge, and
Yeah.
I see that's an easy access to the Contender Series. Smart way to go because they're always looking. So it's like
exactly.
you got a short road there, especially if you're putting people away.
Yes.
You're putting people away. It's not like you're going to decision. You're
Mhm.
putting people away, which means you're dangerous. You got the skills.
Yeah.
Contender Series definitely the right road for you, and then I think perfect timing, really.
Exactly. And so I'm slowly figuring this thing out, where if you look at my first fight, it wasn't very it went 3 rounds, but then I get the guy in the arm triangle and then he kind of gives up and then I tap him out in the 3rd round. But after that, I'm like, why do I need to strike with anybody? They haven't proven that they could stop the wrestling. And so I kind of got back to the wrestling. I started mastering that more on top of the jiu-jitsu and learning how to get people out of there, learning how to make them actually tired. Because I feel like wrestlers, they have the wrong mentality where it's like, I grew up wrestling, so I don't need to get any better at it, And so
Yeah.
you see a guy like Bo Nickel, which I don't know how he's training, but you see these guys get away from the wrestling, make them stop the wrestling, train like a real wrestler, like how we know how to train, and then if they stop it, then it becomes a fight. But I think wrestlers ain't very smart, so it's not it's not surprising to me, but I'm not making that mistake.
Yeah, I mean, the path to success is there. What you have to do to be successful. Look, on the Contender Series, one of the things too, they look for finishes, man.
Exactly.
Right? So feel free to finish this bad boy in like the first round. Like don't waste time.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, I'll keep that in
Right?
mind. But
Yeah.
but it's like, if you don't practice the wrestling and then you think you're gonna go in there and wrestle and the guy just magically gives up, like, you still gotta make the guy give up. And so that's where the jiu-jitsu comes into play. And it's like, it's little technique. You have to wear him out somehow. You don't just wrestle and then he gets tired and that's is what it is. Like, you got to be strategic in there. And I think a lot of wrestlers are they're too caught up in trying to strike and all this other stuff. I mean, a lot of these guys been striking as long as we've been wrestling. So it's like, if you're trying to play their game, you already lost.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So how do you feel in this striking department? And I mean, from the way you're talking, obviously it's something you're still working on diligently, on top of your wrestling and jiu-jitsu, right?
Yeah, I would say, I mean, if we just look at it like compared to all the other wrestlers, it's night and day better than all of them. I feel like I have a better understanding for distance management, where wrestlers,
that's important.
we all we do is hand fight. We're all about the action. We have to close distance and all this other stuff. Where even in my very first MMA fight, I was working the jab like a boxer, but like, there's still a lot of skills that go into that. You got to have distance and timing, which, I mean, a lot of people can't develop. So I mean, I think my striking is solid, but until someone stops the wrestling, no one will ever see it. So maybe you'll stop it, huh? I don't know.
I don't like their chances, man. But the thing is, I mean, like 2 TKO stoppage on top of 3 submissions, so like, you're dangerous everywhere. Like, you know what to do. What's your vision of the heavyweight division right now? Because we are in a very weird place. Overall.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, it's just so. I mean, do you ever like look forward to a heavyweight fight? Let me ask you that. You guys.
Very few, I guess.
No.
Maybe other than Aspa knocking everybody out, like that's about it. But I mean, it's unentertaining. Like, they're lazy, they're boring. They fight once a year. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the division. It's like it's been stagnated for a while. So hopefully I can mix some things up real quickly after this Contender Series fight.
Yeah, and I don't want to call your attention, but you only fought once in 2023 and once in 2024. But since then, you have picked it up 3 fights in 2025.
Whose fault was it, though? Not mine. I'm ready to
fight
fight.
Right? Opponents' rights. Yeah, right.
No, Bellator.
Or promotion. Oh,
Bellator.
That's
Man,
right.
everyone.
Okay.
I mean, God dang! They only do an event every 3 months. I mean, now it's a little bit better, but
no, it's not.
Mean, I haven't been paying attention. I'm glad I'm out of there. But with Bellator, man, because I'm ready to fight every month if I can, and so I was bugging them, and they didn't want to put me on any cards, and it just kind of slowed I mean,
right.
I look at it like it was meant to be, because now I just get to train. I was always still in the gym, but I need the experience. I need to get in there. So no, they held me out for whatever reason, and I wanted to fight. It wasn't on me. As soon as I got released, look what happened. 4 fights.
That's what's crazy.
This is gonna be my 4th fight. So
4 fights in like half of a year, which is crazy. So here's the thing, though, because your first 2 professional fights were with Bellator, which is pretty crazy that like your career starts in Bellator, which kudos to you, man. But here's my thing. So they're not fighting you, right? And I don't know if you were making like $1 million a fight, but what about this girl, man? Do you know anything about this? When I show you this to the incredible Hoke, do you know who that is at all on the right side there?
I think I've seen the girl fight. Did she just get resigned?
Yeah,
is that what it is?
That's Dakota Decheva. She is the greatest female not in the UFC.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So she's this global superstar, best thing, since Jesus. And
what weight did she fight?
Flyweight. So good weight
30.
class, right?
Yeah,
like
30.
there's competition.
35, 135?
25.
25.
Yeah.
25. They need a 25 in the UFC.
Yep.
They need someone.
Right? At some point, they're just going to be wheeling out Valentina in a wheelchair to fight and beat people up because I mean, like, she's just destroying the division. But here's the thing: greatest fighter ever, right? That's not in the UFC right now, and
Okay.
she re-signs with PFL. And I'm going all over the internet going,
Okay,
what the frig?
Yeah, I think that's where I saw that. She got. I don't know if I saw her fight, but I knew she was a big deal, and then she got re-signed. Whenever I see a fighter re-signing with PFL, that's the first mistake, where it's like you're just gonna die over there, and no one's ever gonna remember your name, and you're not gonna get no credit you deserve. So, yeah, that's. And I mean, especially at 125. I mean, Valentina can't hold it down forever, so it's like they need people in that weight class, you know.
You
so
think you would have had a lot of leverage. So like I'm arguing with people online and they're like, no, of course she's gonna build her brand there and whatever. I'm like, dude, she's not gonna fight. Like, who are you gonna bring in? Now, they've got Liz Carmouche and they've got Jenna Bishop and they've got Talia Santos. Fine. Right. But they keep going in the tournament, They're not even fighting outside. So like I'm guessing like you're gonna bring in a Kardashian. Like, what the hell are you gonna do?
I mean, at this point, they should just make the fighters fight in lingerie. You know what I'm saying? I'm not tuning in to watch a female fight for their skills. I tell you that. Maybe she does have skills. There's few now. There is few that have the skills. Maybe she's one of them. But I mean, god dang, they should just feed into the whole attractive female bit, you know what I'm saying, and have them fight in Victoria's Secret underwear and stuff like that. That just might or just get rid of it. I don't know, one of the two. But it is scarce. What you're saying? Maybe she's getting paid $10 million. I don't know. So
I knew.
It's not a good decision though. She needs to be in the UFC if you're any good.
It doesn't matter if your contract says they're going to pay you $10 million because if they can't find you a fight, they couldn't find the Incredible Hoka fight. Who are they going to find that they're going to be worthy to pay you $10 million to beat up this noodle that we just found on the street?
What are you talking about? Chris Cyborg can't make 125?
Shoot.
But this is what I mean. Like, we need new
stars.
stars.
Out of retirement. Make her make 125.
God's sake. Look, I knew that you're a character. I knew that you're a character. On one of your recent posts, you posted about how lame soccer is. Right. So I want to ask you this question. What is worse, a man playing pickleball or a man who pays to go watch the WNBA?
Oh, God. Is that even I like pickleball. I don't know. Like,
pickleball? I haven't
serious. Why wouldn't you just
go
play
with the
tennis?
second one, though. I'd go with the second one.
But the second one is no question. WNBA? That's almost like women's MMA. They need to get rid of that too. Like, what is going on? I don't want to see all that because they showed the highlights and you got whatever her name is, Sid freaking from Ice Age missing layups all the time, and I'm like, and then they wear the shirt. Pay us.
Yeah.
I'm like, pay what? You guys you guys miss layups. You guys can't even shoot threes. Yes. Caitlin Clark's the only one holding it down. She's playing real basketball. But other than that,
it's tough.
But no question, the WNBA, you pay for that? Maybe if you give me free courtside tickets, maybe.
Yeah. Will we ever see the Incredible Hulk, Josh Hokit, at a WNBA game?
Oh, hell no. You could probably pay me. I still want to go.
I will delete this podcast.
They take the knee and they go into the live agenda. I don't like all that stuff where it's like, then they play the victim mentality of like, poor me. The white people are freaking the problem. I don't like all that.
Those Hokits are the problem. That's what I would say.
The Hokits?
Yeah, the Hokits are the real problem, I think.
Well, hold on, why would you say that?
You just said that they're saying that the white people are the problem. And you started this podcast by saying Hokit is a white last name.
Hey, I'm only half white, by the way, so I'm not representing all white people. So
okay, just half of us. What is your other half?
Right? Hey, I get to choose.
What's the other?
Mexican.
Mexican.
Okay.
Nice,
my mom's from Chihuahua, I think. My mom was actually a legal immigrant, by the way. So, but she was smart. She got her citizenship. She worked.
Yeah,
and found a way to get her citizenship. It only took her about 20 years, but she found a way and got it.
Better now than never.
Or you could marry a white guy.
Yeah.
I guess
Come
so.
on now.
Where's the personality come from? Like, here's the thing, you're 5-0, and I don't, as good as you are and all that, definitely I would have to say that your personality helps sell you as a character, sell you as a person, sell you as a fighter. Is this a real personality? Is this a plant? Like, what is the deal?
Is it a mix of both?
Yeah, I don't know.
A little bit of your personality. Some
Has-
flavor
or-
around.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I'm trying to enjoy the process, have fun with it. But a lot of people, they complain that they don't get to eat at the table, but they don't bring nothing to the table. And so,
Okay.
I was playing in the NFL and I had to keep my mouth shut. And so they made everyone get vaccinated and all this other, they put like Black Lives Matter on the helmet. They had the LGBT flag in the stadium. So it's like I have to bite my tongue and not say any of this. And there's a lot of NFL players that feel the same way. And we couldn't do anything because it's like they're paying you a lot of money, and it's like you
get fined, right?
You don't want to risk it. So
Yeah.
I'm in a sport now where I can make some money off of talking about that, so
Right.
I do feel a type of way towards those types of subjects. So just being me.
Yeah.
Has like your management team or your coaches or anything said, hey, play this up, man, because this is going to get you places, like this will get you noticed, like don't, like we're going to encourage this.
Keep playing it out. Yeah. Encouraging you to just speak your mind.
No, I don't. This is like a knucklehead sport, where it's like everyone just wants to train their body and not train their mind, but it's like, Greg Jackson talks about this. He has like this strategy class, how to maximize, your time while doing MMA. And he talks about, talking a certain way. He never told me to go to the conservative route, but this is just the type of stuff I believe, and I get to talk about this type of stuff, and it, people are interested, and I get to do my post-fight speeches, and it seems like they get a little bit of a buzz, and I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
I got more of that to come. So
yeah. Well, definitely catches attention. I mean, love it or hate it, they tune in and they listen, and you got the eyes on you. You got the the show. So
love me, hate me, pay me.
Yeah,
that's it.
I'm
man,
coming for the money.
That's your next shirt.
Yeah,
your next shirt.
I know. I should make that a good idea. Huh?
Actually, yeah.
I'll send you a free one. Since good idea.
Yeah, royalties.
My guy. There we go.
Here's the thing, man. Like, I did have this. Someone wrote in. This is actually a guy I know, Crew Benson out of Virtue Muay Thai down in Toronto. I did commentary for his first ever event. He asks, how long have you been doing poetry, and when can we expect your first LP to drop? I'm asking for a friend.
LP? What is an LP?
Like a music thing. LP, like
well, I've heard of an EP, but
LP? Hold on, what's an LP? LP is
that almost sounds right.
Something.
That almost sounds right. I think I know what you're talking about.
LP from long playing or long play. It's an analog sound story. I think it's like an old record style. Like
interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I was messing around with that post that you posted. I was over there just doing Dr. Seuss rhymes. I just felt like a troll that day. I was like, how could I be a troll and semi-creative? I was like, I'm gonna rhyme this. And you know what came across my feed was the old John Cena, and he had his whole act was like him rapping, and I was like, that's kind of lame, but I mean it took off, and I was like,
yeah,
is there something there where I could be funny with it? So maybe there's more of that to come.
All right. Well, we'll wait on Spotify for the full album, but like, I think here's the thing. I think it's good, and there was good production value to it, right? Yeah. Like you weren't just sitting like in a sauna, like Bam Bam here, but like you had like the nice clean white background. You put the images on top, right? There was like a little bit of stuff to it,
yeah.
And like, dude, and you were dressed up, like you had your outfit, like you looked good. You know, like
American flag skull cap
American
on.
flag.
Yeah, I was dressed up.
it adds to it, man.
Yeah, you got to. I mean, with the whole media thing, I'm not a fan of the media stuff. Like, I'd rather just train and just like mind my own business. But I mean, it's just a different day and age where it's like if you don't adapt to this type of stuff, you're gonna be left behind, and no one will remember your name, and you will be broke, and then you will have this brain damage for no reason, and that's just the reality of it, you know. So I'm trying just to maximize my opportunity at the end of the day.
No, I'm happy for you, man.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit before though, because like I like what you said, and I'm gonna kill myself if I don't go back to it. You're saying that at Jackson Wink they have strategy classes. What were you talking?
Yeah, Greg Jackson. Sometimes he talks about different stuff. Maybe you'll read a book or something. But it's like a samurai, old school samurai book of like death before dishonor type stuff, and he breaks it down, which is it's kind of cool. It's a different perspective. But yeah, then he also talks about how we should be going about MMA, how many times we should be fighting, how he even breaks down how long each fight is, the average fight at every weight class. So he's like, on average, the heavyweights fight for 9 minutes. So it's like, you got to be ready to go. I was like, Greg, so you want me just to train 2 rounds? Is that what you're saying? I'll show up and do 2 rounds. Just joking with him, but it's interesting that he's breaking it down like that, and he's analyzing that type of stuff just to get your mind wrapped around this whole game instead of just one aspect of it. You know, he's kind of open-minded like that, which I like.
No, I like it, man. And so,
well, shoot, for heavyweights, 9 minutes. You say that, you could say like after the 9 minutes, man, they slow down a lot. You know, like they don't got much fight left after the 9 minutes. I know, after the 5 for sure. But I mean, but you could say like after the 9, they're spent.
Done. Yeah, they're done. You can do anything to them after that 9. Huh?
but that's the thing, though, right? If you're bringing in a heavyweight who's a big wrestler who knows how to wrestle, like that is going to deplete the tank so quickly. Right, knowing then what you've been learning, 9 minutes average. If you wrestled the dude for the first 3 minutes, imagine how quickly that tank drops. They won't make it to that 9, right? So,
I mean, you see the first round finishes. It's not that I'm just trying to get the guy out of there as fast as possible, but it's like we wrestle and then they just give up within the first round. So it's like, okay, so I'm just gonna keep doing it.
Why not get him out there?
Exactly.
Gotta go. We're on the clock, man.
Whether they're giving up or not.
Exactly. I just want them to suffer for that 3 rounds. 15 minutes though.
Nice. Look, man, this is very exciting, man. I'm so happy to have you on the podcast. But like, I will say, you're not as much of a lunatic as I thought you might be. So I'm happy. You know what I mean?
I guess. Yeah.
I like that. No, but it's calculated. It's calculated.
Yes.
Right?
Like
like calculated. Smart.
Yeah.
It's not just like you're raging and going crazy. It's like
I hate everybody. Thing. Let's kill.
Yeah.
But the man.
But that's the thing, though. But that's why I like it, because like you said at the beginning, like it's like truly you are the Incredible Hawk, because it's the smart Bruce Banner, you're calm. Hulk. Sorry, Hulk. The Incredible Hulk. The calm, calculated, smart on the outside, right? Understanding the game, learning what you have to do, and then when you get inside the cage, boom.
I mean, MMA is less of these maniacs now, where it's more like athletes, But I mean, you should. I just think you should make the most out of your opportunities, and I mean. Yeah, when you do the post-fight speeches, that's when the eyes are on you. That's when the camera's on you. So it's like I can't stand watching these guys, and the guy asks them the question. It's like, I'll fight whoever. And so it's like it seems like they don't care. So now I don't care, and now they're not gonna give you no money, for it. So it's unentertaining. So it's like you gotta. I don't know. You got to bring the whole game together,
Dude, of course. And here's the thing too: when the interviewer comes into the cage and gives you that mic moment, who cares what stupid question they ask you? You go off and say whatever the hell you want, because don't let them corner you. Right? Don't let them corner you into some lame question or some lame thing, right? Who cares? Just go off and be you.
You need to be coaching some fighters about this, huh?
There you go.
I'm telling you. Episode 233. That's what we're doing.
Yeah. But I mean, they wait for the question, and it's like, man, now do I got anything cool to say? But it's like, if you just go in there, you already know what you're going to do.
Yeah.
Who cares about the question? Forget all about that. They don't care about that. They care about what I'm going to say. So I'm more worried about that type of stuff. Yeah.
No, dude, I'm so happy for you. I'm proud of you, man. Like, I think that you're going to do your thing.
Yeah.
Look, August 19th, again, I'm going to put up this photo, which is, you've circled this in your
scratch out everybody
way
else,
that you do. Yeah, who cares?
Yeah,
that's all you care about. Season 9, Week 2, Dana White Contender Series. You've got Josh, the incredible Hokit, against whoever this guy is. I don't know who this guy is. Do you know anything about him?
I just know he must be dumb to accept the fight against me, So I know he's from Brazil. I know he just seems like a brawler. He's not very big, it seems like. I think we're coming in as the same attributes. And so if you come in anywhere near as the same attributes as me, I think I'll just rip you apart. So it's heavyweight. They're all dangerous, but I feel like my fight IQ and I'm strategic, and I got wrestling on my side, and the cardio. So I like the odds.
Dude, I love the odds. As a true American as well, this is the perfect time to do it, because guess where you're going to be next year, my man? You are going to be on the White House lawn.
Dang. Imagine that.
Can you imagine?
Dude.
Yeah, man, that would be a dream come true.
Start speaking it into existence.
Come on, dude. Come on. Yeah, that would make sense. I mean, dude, come on.
Call that shot, man.
Every UFC fight after this, dude, that's just on the mic. You're calling it.
Yeah, no. Yeah. I do have. You guys got to wait and see. I got something planned, but yeah.
Nice. All right, I like it.
Now, I agree.
2 last questions I'm going to ask you. First, quick question, though, about that UFC White House card. Do we go all Americans on the card, or we do Americans versus other countries, but every fight is one American? What would you prefer?
Yeah, I would do one American and then a foreigner.
Yeah,
against them. Yes, I would totally, because then the fans get to every fight. The fans just get to chant USA, USA, and then you got one guy
instead
you're going
of having
for.
USA versus USA,
right.
And then you can't really do it. It doesn't make any sense.
Just to throw it out there, though, Josh, I did propose on the White House lawn, all Americans, Democrats versus Republicans. Hold on, he likes it. It's marinating.
Would be great, dude. Yeah. That would be great. Wait for my post-fight speech in Dana White Contender Series, and I'll tell you who I would like for my opponents to be.
I like it. Yeah. Dude, I like it.
Opponents, plural.
Multiple. Multiple.
Come on in there with
nice.
me.
Dude, I can't wait. All right, look, last question I'm going to ask you, my man. Before I ask you my last question, is there anything that you wanted to say, fans, viewers, and listeners? Anything you want to get out before I ask?
Tune in August 19th. That's all I got right now.
Very nice. I love it. A question that my mom used to ask me almost every day of my life growing up. I want to ask it to you. I ask almost everybody that comes on this podcast now. For like over a year, I've been asking this. On a scale of 1 to 10, how happy are you?
Scale 1 to 10, how happy? That's an interesting question. I don't know if you're ever that happy, but I'll tell you this. I'm at peace. I am at peace. Okay. So I think that's more important, You
get a number?
No, see, hold on. This is why I like this. No, I like this guy because he answered it so out of the box.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Should I just say I'm 10 out of 10 of happiness? I don't.
No, I think your answer
10
was
out
perfect,
of 10 of peace, though. When it comes to peace, I'm at 10. I'm okay.
What's the difference? But can you explain what's the difference between peace and happiness?
Happiness, I feel like you could be happy one day and then sad and then like it's just all over the place. But when you're at peace, it's just you're like it's like the Bruce Lee, like you're just going with the flow. You're like water type thing. That's how I like to look at it.
No matter happy moment or sad moment, you can go through it.
Yeah, I'm solid. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm at peace. Okay. Yeah.
God damn.
I hope that answered it. I don't know. That was a deep question.
Dude, I love it, but it was a deep answer. Bruce Banner style answer, man. That's what I'm saying. You turned into the Bruce Banner style there. I like it.
I'm sorry about that, man. Sorry about that.
I like it.
No, good.
Look, man, thank you so much for joining the podcast. I absolutely really appreciate you spending the time with us. I know we kept you long, but dude, like you're a great interview. August 19th, make your shot, dude. Like this is it. This is for you to get where you want to be, where you deserve to be, man. Call the shot, call your spot. You know, bring the personality, bring the style that you bring, and like all these good things are going to happen to you, man. And then we'll talk to you again before your first UFC fight.
Yeah, keep getting those finishes.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys for having me, dude. You guys
all right, man. Have a good one. See you later.
Man. Yeah.
Bye.
Good one.
Boom. That is Josh, the incredible Hokit. Boy, oh boy, Bam Bam. I came home. I flew in today at 3 a.m. So I am running on fumes. And for that whole plane ride that I was on, I was saying Josh Hokit in my head. And then so that's really messed me up. But Josh
made the adjustment.
Hokit. Yeah.
Incredible Hoke.
And look, I should have said this to him. Josh Hokit on the White House lawn, cornered by the Hawk Tua girl.
Yeah,
dude, get out of here. I mean,
got the Hoke and the Hawk.
That could be main event, you know. Look, man. So I do want to say thank you to friends of the podcast before we get going. Friends of the podcast, I want to say thank you to RageWorks Podcast Network, of course, for audio podcasts. Check out RageWorksNetwork.com. We're part of the Sweep the League Network and the Refocused Network, so I want to thank those guys. Daniel Chung, remember our lawyer friend out in Santa Clara County that talked to us about Cain Velasquez's case? Amazing.
Cain Velasquez? Yeah.
He just announced that he is running again for district attorney of Santa Clara County.
Awesome.
Congratulations to that, dude. Look, for all our fans in the Santa Clara County, go vote for Daniel Chung. Daniel James, the big man, he was on the Karate Combat 8-man tournament. He won his first fight. Unfortunately, came up short on a decision in the second, which was a very close fight too. But I'm very happy for him, man. Look, more eyes on him, more opportunities. That's all I care about for Daniel James, man. I want him to do the best and prove who he is, and he's doing that. So congratulations to him. And then Beast Boy Mike Davis. I think we talked about him maybe last week because he won his fight. He's a friend of the podcast. I've spoken to him a few times on Millions, Bam Bam. I want to raise this, and I'm going to ask this. He fought out his UFC contract.
Oh, okay. The last one?
Yeah. So what's crazy is he was on like a 4-fight win streak or a 5-fight win streak.
Yeah.
Loses one, drops one, which was when they were in, I want to say like United Arab Emirates or whatever, and there was a problem when all those fighters got sick.
Yeah.
And they said that there was something with the air quality or whatever, and like a bunch of fighters got sick.
He had a knee. I don't know if it was him. I don't know if I remember correctly. I thought too he went in with like a knee issue or something.
No. Well,
maybe that wasn't him. I don't know.
Well, no, maybe, but he wasn't saying anything of that to me. All he said was that the fight that was in Riyadh, it was in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, and there was something where everyone got sick. Anyway, so he was on four-fight UFC win streak in the lightweight division, right? Which is crazy. Then he drops one under weird circumstances. He then chooses to fight out his contract. So they were going to renew him before that one that he dropped.
Yeah.
He drops it, and now you're like, oh shit. Then he takes the last fight, still doesn't re-sign. He's betting on himself, and he gets an incredible victory, man. That was the Lewis versus Teixeira one. He gets the TKO with the flying knee and the punches.
Absolutely, yeah.
Here's the thing: he's still not re-signed. As of me talking to him last week, still not re-signed, and he's waiting. And then he was saying, like, "Hey, man, I want a big contract. Like, this is what I want." And he was saying that, like, his management team, he didn't seem like too happy with his management team. And he's like, I don't know what I'm doing. And then I clarified with him that like your manager is kind of like almost on contract with you. So you kind of have to stay with the same manager for that length of the contract. So now he's like, I don't know if I'm changing management team. I don't know what, like whatever. A lot of stuff going on.
Well, hopefully he figures it out. I mean, opportunity for him, obviously, hopefully, it's his manager that he has is doing everything possible to get him the most numbers. Now, I know from personal experience, there's managers out there who aren't doing it for you. They're kind of playing both sides, when they should be playing for you. And, but they're playing both sides, trying to make sure that they're making you happy and making them happy, which means they're not necessarily putting all their efforts to getting you the most money possible. Right.
Who's them? UFC?
UFC. Yeah.
So hold on, to be clear, what you're saying is like, you think that sometimes the managers will almost try to buddy up with UFC by going like, oh, I can get you a little bit less for this fighter. And then that kind of gets the manager good
maybe
graces.
So. I don't know. I'm not going to say that they're directly talking with them and telling them like, hey, I think he'll take a little bit less, or we'll take a little bit less, and whatever kind of thing.
But maybe not negotiate so hard. Like,
yeah, just to kind of like have a good graces of like, yeah, I can get you this guy. You're not gonna, he'll get him back for a little bit more than what he's making. Little bump, but not a huge bump or anything like that.
Right.
I've definitely personally have been in situations like that, and that's I ended up managing myself and pushing for my own contracts and stuff like that. Even when talking with other management companies and stuff like that, ultimately I know what I'm worth, and I was willing to put it out there. So, but there is good management companies out there. There are guys that will work for you. They're good, that will really push and get you the numbers you deserve. I mean, to be, 4-fight win streak, lose one, come back, win. I mean, 6-1 in those fights, like that's really good, especially in the lightweight division. So
in the lightweight in the lightweight division, and that one loss having some strange circumstances to it, right?
Absolutely, yeah. So I mean, you can tell he's a skilled fighter. He's really good. So definitely, he should definitely look into it if his manager's not doing what he needs to be doing for him. If he doesn't feel comfortable speaking for himself to the UFC directly and doing that, then maybe it's time to look into new management. But I can't speak for him. Every situation's different. I just hope he gets the most money possible and gets re-signed to come back and put on more fights.
I hope so, dude. But it was crazy. Like when he's sitting there saying like, yeah, I'm not signed to anybody. I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
One of the best lightweights in the world. Right, one of the best lightweights in the world, a very marketable young man. Like he presents himself very well. He's very well spoken. He does a lot of like streaming stuff and whatever on Twitch. Yeah. Like when you watch his videos, it's always very high quality, whatever. Like this guy's a good kid, man. Yeah. And he's out there doing it. But like UFC better sign this dude, and I want him to get a big contract, man. Like give him what he deserves. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he's a good guy, and he could be right there for title contention.
Exactly. Yeah. So there's definitely obviously some negotiation going down, and the numbers just aren't matching up or where they should be at the moment. So maybe taking a little bit more of a longer process, but like I said, hopefully he, he's able to make those numbers work and get paid higher, come back.
He did give me the number that he was looking for.
Okay.
It's on millions. He wants 100. Do you think that's not crazy, right?
No, I mean, why not? He deserves it.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, dude, I hope so, man. Like, I hope this dude gets what he wants, gets the money, and advance his career and do whatever he wants. I like this kid. I really like Mike Beast Boy Davis. On a tangent to that, in talking about like UFC and being good in their graces and stuff like that, boy, oh boy, called it.
Are we done with friends of the podcast?
Kind of not. Why, you want me to get rid of it?
No. Like, is this doing? Because I'm going to say one of the friends of the podcast.
Oh, go.
You want to do it now, or do you want to wait?
No, do it now.
Do it now. Corey Anderson with a big win at heavyweight. Big
of course.
Finish, right? Come on,
dude.
Big finish. Big statement made.
Yeah.
I mean,
PFL Africa, right, goes down. We are going to have a fighter that won on PFL Africa. Actually, I'll talk about that a little bit. I think we're going to have him on in August. He wants to come on. He's Canadian. There was a goddamn Canadian on the PFL Africa card. I did not know because his flag, the flag that he flies, was his African nationality. But I believe he lives and trains in Canada. So like, there's a connection there. Very cool dude. So we're gonna have him on, and his nickname is the Kryptonian. And I've got Kryptonese written on my shoulder. Like I have Superman language tattoo. So I feel like we're best friends. You know what I mean? So yeah. But yeah, Corey Anderson, man, look, moves up to heavyweight, gets a fight because God damn it, give me a fight. Like we were talking about Dakota. I mean,
took them forever to get him matched up, right? Forever. And he's been working. He's been doing the work on the side. He hasn't been sitting on the couch, hanging out. He's been staying ready.
I mean, to be fair, all the fighters are in the same position, so they're all like equally either on the couch or equally whatever. I mean, it's a very weird situation. Now, what's next for him though? This is the thing, because he fought at heavyweight. He did not defend his title.
Yeah. Well, he called. I seen he called for that guy who's been ducking him. I can't remember his name.
The Russian guy, Anislav. No, whatever the hell that guy's name is.
Because that guy,
Vadim Nemkov.
Yes. That guy had moved up to heavyweight too. Yeah. So Corey went up to heavyweight to fight, got the big finish, and the guy, I guess, I'm just quoting what Corey had said, is like the guy had been telling him like, oh, you come to heavyweight, you need to get a win first or whatever. I mean, what bigger win is that right there? Finish this heavyweight, put him away, like right there. So I did see that he called for him and told him to stop running and ducking him. True facts right there. So hopefully, maybe he gets the chance at a 2-division champ to become 2-division champ at light heavyweight and heavyweight.
Well, and here's the thing too. It's like, if you're Vadim Nemkov, right?
Yeah.
Dude, they're not fighting you anywhere. So no one's calling your name. No one's like calling you out. You have a guy who's literally the light heavyweight champion, who's a former UFC veteran, who has a name. You couldn't ask for anything better. Like, just freaking take the fight, because now he last fought January 25th. This is Vadim Nemkov. He last fought January 25th. He beat Tim Johnson.
Yeah.
Prior to that, he didn't fight until 11 months earlier, February of 2024. And before that, June of 2023. And before that, November of 2022. This guy fights once a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Crazy.
Where is the anticipation for these guys? If you're fighting once a year, man, people forget you exist. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yep.
No, dude, crazy. So that's a big one. I do want to thank eatshroombar.com. Go check out eatshroombar.com. So thank you to them for being a part of this. These things are amazing. I'm almost finished all my boxes, so I will have to order more. And then, this is not a sponsor, Bam Bam, but I do want to say I found a bottle of your sweat. I finally found it, dude. I found the UFC Prime, but this is UFC Canada Prime.
Oh, wow. Nice.
So this may only be like maybe like only Mike Malott sweat in here. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I believe this has a UFC fighter sweat in it, and I'm going to drink this. I don't know how this will taste, but we'll see. What else is new, man? Anything?
I do got another friend of the podcast.
Okay.
I knew there was another one. Remembering it. The Hand of God. Godfrey.
Oh, god damn.
With the big slap knockout on I always forget what it's called. Power slap. There we go.
Yeah. Dude.
The Hand of God. Godfrey. I don't know. I can't remember his first name. Godfrey.
Darren Godfrey.
Darren Godfrey. Boom.
Dude.
The big KO.
After he came on our podcast, he started developing the largest traps.
Yeah, the traps. Yeah.
Holy crap, dude. It was like up to his ear, these traps. He was looking jacked. Like, super yoked. Like, massive. And then he goes in there and literally TKOs that dude. I really think
he took the first slap again, too.
Yes, I think he did.
Yeah.
But I think, like, it's a real problem, man. I think that sport is getting very dangerous because I think people are really understanding how to knock people out. There's a big difference when you see some of the guys that have done it now a few times, and when they hit you, and they
like
just
the newcomers,
they know where to click that button like big time.
Yeah.
And final friends of the podcast update. I'll stick to the power slap. Pauline Macias, PETA, pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Things are not going well for her online. We posted another clip of her slapping the girl, and people are coming out, man. Her opponent came out. Why are you making fun of this? I had to get surgery, blah, blah, blah. And the opponent that she was supposed to fight that night came out. Why aren't you talking, blah, blah, blah. And then, I mean, it's drumming up stuff. Look, I'm helping post those things. I'm collaborating with Pauline on those posts because, like, look, this is what Power Slap is about. It's this one big hit, and you're supposed to pump the crap out of this on social media to get people's attention.
Yeah.
But I like it. She's getting a lot of heat, man.
How are you going to say, I mean, you signed up for it, the fact that you had to get surgery or whatever. I mean, that sucks.
It's terrible.
I hate that for you. And it's obviously the worst thing, worst case scenario. Yeah. It's something as a fighter and everything you sign up for in a sense. But at the same time, it's like Power Slap is promoting it, But
they
didn't come out and Power Slap didn't make a video saying that anything about it. They just posted it.
No. Yeah, you mean like it wasn't like an egregious foul. But here's the thing too, like, and I try to say it on the post as much as I can, but like come watch the podcast. Go listen to her explain how that hit was not a foul. She didn't punch her in the face or anything like that. She hits her. It's just her hand is big and it kind of wraps around. And as I'm watching like the Darren Godfrey and whatever, you can see how the hands kind of do come across the face. So for her, it clicks the nose in a bad way. And Pauline is super strong, man. Like when she throws that slap, it is really brutally hard. And I think
honestly, it's nothing. We have nothing against the girl that she slapped. No hard feelings at all.
No, it's the problem is if you knock someone out and you post it, it's like, well, that's a highlight reel. I think the problem is that we're posting it, but she got DQ'd as a result of it. But it's like, it's not like I'm posting like someone just kicking someone in the groin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Literally that was a knockout. Like, let's not the decision was wrong in my opinion. And so either way, it's a highlight reel, and we'll see what happens to her though, man. Like I feel like it's gaining traction, and I feel like she's going to leverage that, as we talked about, into something big.
Yeah.
I think Josh Hokit, I think he is going to frickin' leverage his moment. It sounds like he knows what he's going to say already. It sounds like he knows what he's going to do. And look, I don't know what the collegiate wrestling is in Brazil, but this guy is a collegiate wrestler, played on the San Francisco 49ers. This guy is a massive athlete. Like, and there are some things that like you cannot catch up, man. And if this guy is a wrestling machine, and like you said, he's focusing on his wrestling, don't mess around. You take this guy down and you ground and pound the crap out of this dude.
Yeah. Put him away quick and easy. And,
dude, he could be fighting for the title. He could be fighting for the title on the White House lawn. If he fights as regular as he is now, he could fight 6 more times this year.
Yeah.
You know
that's
what
I'm saying, especially at heavyweight, like they're looking for guys that are getting finishes, staying active. And, I feel like heavyweight's always looking for like that next guy. It's like a nonstop search for heavyweight because, I feel like there's heavyweights out there, but, they're not top tier, and the ones that make it that are top tier, it's like they're top tier and they're putting guys away and they're getting finishes and they have a little bit of a swagger to themselves and personality. So I definitely feel like heavyweight is, they're looking for somebody.
Dude, it's the place where you're gonna make it. Like you can make it there very quickly, man. Like that's it. You can a couple of big fights. You be on the ready. You take those short notice, and the way he fights and the way he finishes, you're not going to take a lot of damage. This guy could just keep pounding it out, and he's with a good gym, right? Jackson Wink. They know how to create stars.
Absolutely.
Last thing we'll talk about. Oh, next week on the podcast. The reason that my wife has to put up with this disgusting stash is because this man is now coming on. I know this is a terrible photo, but this is Luis Hernandez. He's the guy that Sean Strickland ran into the cage to punch in the face. Luis the Stash Hernandez. He will be on the podcast next week. And perfect timing, Bam Bam, because did you see what happened to Sean?
I saw he's like getting charged or something, or he got suspended.
Suspended by the Nevada State by the Nevada State Athletic Commission. Now, here's something interesting, Bam Bam. He gets suspended by the Nevada State Athletic Commission, but he could just go fight in Canada, right? Or go fight in another place in America, or does the suspension hold true to all organizations?
I don't believe that it does, because each state has its own commission and everything that.
But do they respect? Do they respect?
So there is like the respect there. So there's a chance that like they're like, well, you're suspended in Vegas. We're not going to let you fight here, because when you register, you have to say that it comes up that you're suspended in a different state, or you have been suspended. Like it still stays on your record per se. So I think, like, could he? Yeah. Will it happen? I don't think so until this is solved. I think they're going to be, other states and stuff like that are going to be like, no. And as far as like other countries and stuff like that, the UFC technically runs their own commission through it, which I think is through the Las Vegas commission most of the time. So, I think he's gonna have to get this figured out and before he fights again.
Yeah. Kind of crazy, man. So I can't wait to talk to him about that, because I want to see, like, okay, did anyone come to you? Did the Nevada State Athletic Commission come to you and say, like, hey, what do you feel about this? He definitely seems like he didn't give a crap. Like, because even after it happened, he just started like mimicking to the crowd and like playing it up and stuff. Like, I don't think this and this guy, he's a professional, not just a professional fighter, but he's a professional outside in his real life. I don't want to say what his job is in case that's not public, but I know what it is. Look, this guy's a good dude, man. So I don't think he's like looking to.
Yeah, definitely. I think that with like Sean Strickland and stuff too, though, it's like they're going to use him to make an example in a sense. Like there's got to be some repercussion, because like they don't want like whether it's a UFC fighter or some normal guy cornering somebody to think that it's okay that you can just go in there and punch an athlete who just fought, you know what I mean? Because he's teasing you.
That's what's crazy. I mean? You have to set the line. You have to draw the line in the sand, because if you let Sean Strickland do it without any repercussion, the next guy that does it will go, well, Sean did it. Why can't I do it? Like you need to. We're not in Russia, Bam Bam. We're not in these like organizations.
Hey, I tell you what, it made that guy, like, I'm looking forward to talking with him. That definitely brought a lot more attention to a good victory that he already had. A lot of eyes to him. You're going to be able to build momentum on that. That's for sure. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like you played the crap out of that. Again, like another unfortunate situation.
Yeah,
but you leverage that, man. You
go to that. You bring that back
over and over. What else we got? Look, I did post this, and this. I mean, we spoke about this last week, but now, he re-signs.
Yeah,
Dakota Decheva. We talked about this briefly with Josh Hokit. But last week, my conspiracy of the week was that she wasn't doing a title fight because she didn't want her contract to get extended.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise, Bam Bam. I mean, this is not technically my conspiracy of the week. I don't know that I have one this week. I think someone's got blackmail on someone.
I have a conspiracy about this, about her thing.
But okay, let me before you say yours.
Yeah.
I think someone's blackmailing someone. Like, why on earth would you stay in PFL? Absolutely bonkers. Like, either Dakota has blackmailed Don Davis and said, you are just going to pay me $1 jillion whether I fight or not. Otherwise, I tell everybody, bleh. Or Don Davis is like, Dakota, we have, these blackmail on you. And if you don't re-sign with us, we're going to let everyone know, right? That, whatever. You don't, you hate puppies or whatever. Like, I don't know. But like, why on earth, Bam Bam? It is the absolute worst decision on the planet. I really feel it's the absolute worst decision. And then like I was talking to people and they're like, oh no, it's better for her to build her brand here. It's better for her to develop herself and then go to the UFC later. Former guest of the podcast, friend of the podcast, Drop Bear. She said she thinks that it's the money and the exposure that PFL gives. She goes, Dakota will easily make way more money than most UFC fighters. She's the face of the PFL. And I said, yeah, but how many fights is she going to get? She goes, it doesn't really matter. Even if she just gets one a year, she still makes more money than 90% of the UFC roster.
Yeah.
Ugh. But Bam Bam, as a young, hungry competitor, do you only want to fight one time a year? No matter how much money you make. I really believe Dakota wants to fight more. But anyways, what do you think?
Yeah. I mean, I agree with you on that. I think I think she wants to fight more, but obviously this sport is only for so long. And she seems like a real competitor who would, wants to fight the best and make a name for herself as fighting the best in that sense in this sport. So it's hard to see that it would be just about the money, but at the same time, this time is limited when you're fighting. So why not take advantage of it? I don't know. But I don't know if it's a conspiracy or not, but I definitely think and maybe hope that she, when she re-signed, she got like some crazy amount of money, but there is a clause in the contract that if she doesn't get a fight within so much time, 6 months, I don't think she'd do a whole year. But let's say 6 months. If I don't have a fight within 6 months, boom, you have to pay me and I can get out of my contract. So
yeah.
I think definitely she's, obviously the PFL has money and she is pretty much the face of the PFL at the moment, and doing big things over there, and they're marketing her like crazy. So I definitely think she is smart enough to put, some way to protect herself in the sense of not being stuck in a contract without fighting, without getting paid. And maybe the clauses too, like if I don't fight again in 6 months, I get paid no matter what. And if I don't fight again in a year, I get paid no matter what, but then I can get out of my contract. So maybe that's the case. I don't know, but I definitely think the friend of the podcast who said that she would make more, she's going to make more than 90%. I 100% believe that.
Drop Bear Danielle Curtis, Australian fighter. I don't know, man. I just think regardless of whether you're going to make more money, I feel like she's a competitor. Even if you were to be able to negotiate some sort of like term in the contract that would like allow you to exit or whatever, and that would have to be very, cleanly written.
Yeah.
Ugh,
I think maybe she thinks, like, hey, we have those 3 other girls, 2 friends of the podcast, Liz Carmouche, another girl,
Jenna Bishop.
Yeah, Jenna Bishop, and then I think you named one more before.
Well, Talia Santos, not a friend of the podcast, not yet. But former UFC fighter, at least has a little bit of a name.
Yeah. So maybe she thinks, I want to fight those 3 definitely, and like those are definitely potential fights to have, and wipe them out, clean them off, and then kind of make my exit off of that. I don't know, unless they bring in some other fierce competitors. I don't know.
It's just that if that were the case, I don't know why then you wouldn't have told PFL to put the belt on the line in PFL Africa. Because then at least you knew that fight was happening. At least get a title belt, blah, blah, blah. I don't know.
I still think the Liz Carmouche fight, like to sanctionize or whatever, the titles or whatever between Bellator and that, I think that's going to happen after the tournament. So we'll see. Win, lose, or draw for Liz Carmouche. She's still the Bellator champion. Yeah. So that fight still could line up, right? But I don't know. We will see, man. Look, I think that is it. I don't know that I have anything else. Max Holloway puts a stamp on Dustin Poirier's career. Yeah.
Boy, oh
I mean, honestly, it's that was a tough fight. Big fan of both guys. Mm-hmm. So it was. I'm glad. People ask me like, "Oh, it sucked. Dustin lost and everything." It's like, yeah. It sucks he, lost his go away fight and everything like that. But at the same time, like, man, what a way to go out. He went out like he came in, fighting like a dog, man, fighting like a dog. So, I mean, I think you can't be upset with that, and you got to be happy for the guy, in that sense. Like, he didn't give a lackluster performance. He went out there and freaking scrapped. So,
yeah.
Awesome,
yeah, dude.
I wish him a good retirement.
That's the thing, man, because you see people in their retirement fight where it's like, okay, how much were you in this or whatever, dude? That was the Dustin Poirier that's prime Dustin Poirier. No one is watching that fight going like, yeah, I'm glad he retired. Yeah, okay, this was his time to retire. No, dude, that guy could go on and fight 10 more times and we'd be super happy. But like, he's a wonderful guy, right? Like, has a nice wife, has his child, like, does a lot for the community, does philanthropic stuff. So good for him, man. And like, look, he seems like he has a good head on his shoulder. Seems like he's a smart guy. So hopefully, like, he does well in life and that he's happy. That's all that matters.
Definitely want to touch on that too, because I saw your post a while ago or right after the fight or whatever, about him being in the GOAT topic. Absolutely, absolutely. And people saying like, oh, he wasn't a legit champ or whatever, he's interim or whatever. I mean, holy cow. I mean, that's still counts you as a champ, I believe. He has a belt at his house. I'm pretty sure it doesn't say interim on it. You know what I mean? Like, I definitely think he's in the GOAT topic, especially because it's, greatest of all time. Yeah. But that doesn't specify as like greatest champion of all time. One of the greatest fighters of all time. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it would be interesting where you rank him if you were to do some sort of exhaustive list of like all time. But what I don't think is, I don't like, similar to like the P for P list that like the media does. They just put every champion at the top. Yeah. And then people after. But like, I don't think so, man. Like, I think Dustin Poirier would be above many champions.
Yeah.
In the GOAT rankings. I feel like Dustin Poirier would be above many legitimate champions, many legitimate multi-time champions. Like, I don't think so. And then in the post that I had said, we can talk about this later, but I had gone on to say like, I don't think a title belt is a requirement to be a GOAT. And I also think that if you're going to say some sort of harsh criteria like that, my harsh criteria is, well, if you've ever popped for peds, or if you've ever, done criminal activity, or if you've ever like been a jackass in your personal life, like, I think that should take you out of the GOAT list too, or you should consider that as much as you consider belts or no belts.
Yeah.
Like Dustin Poirier, like for what he does with the community and all the charities and stuff like that, dude, that is crazy good for that guy, man. Like that's not nothing. And that's him being a fighter doing that. So I feel like you got to consider that. I don't know. But it would have been nice had he won the BMF title in his last fight, of course.
I do say though, like, I'm a big Max fan as well too, so I'm happy that Max won, because you look at it on the flip side, and it's like, if Max would have lost, that's kind of a big dip, and he's still fighting, so it's kind of quite a little bit of a dip in his career as far as like the momentum moving, just moving back up to lightweight and continuing on. So for him to win, especially in a scrap like that, I think it definitely puts him in a position to possibly be fighting for the title next.
God damn. I know, yes, except for I do like him in these kind of featured fights. Like, I don't know that he needs to fight Ilia Topuria or whatever. Like, I'd like him just to fight these crazy fights and just keep putting on showman fights. You know what I mean? Like, and he was champion for so long. I don't know that that's his drive. I guess it always is the drive. But man, if they can just keep lining him up with these crazy fights, I mean, dude, I mean, they got to be.
The thing is, too, if he fights Topuria again, too, like, now it's going to be for the title and the BMF, at the same time. So,
title for title up for grab. Yeah. But you can't do that though. Okay, hold on. This podcast is now going to go 2 hours. I don't like that, because I don't want you to unify the titles.
Yeah.
I don't like if like the BMF should never be tied to a division title, because then
because then
it can never separate it.
Yeah.
I like
once
Max
it comes together. Yeah.
Then you can't separate it, right? Like, so I like Max having it because then he can go, he's shown he can go between different divisions and stuff. So weight class doesn't really matter. And then you can kind of challenge it around the way. So anyways,
so it's almost like you got to either fight for one or the other in a sense.
Yeah, but you can't defend it against a champion, even if their title isn't up. Like, it's got to just be outside.
Yeah.
I still think Bobby King Green deserves a shot at the goddamn BMF title. I still think Max Holloway versus Bobby King Green would be a friggin' incredible fight. Like, I think that would be a great stand-up fight, man. And if King Green can like somehow put together a couple of wins or something like that, get his name back on the radar, and then call out that fight, like that's two OGs in the game, stand up, super style. Like that's a great fight. He just has to freaking put a few together, and I feel like that would be a magical fight. That could be a good retirement fight for either of those two guys. Like, you know what I mean? Like real OG strikers. Yeah. All right, man. We are out of here. I am literally falling asleep as we do this. I'm dying. And I think that's it, man. So look, next week, Luis Hernandez. I have a bunch of guests lined up too. Like I said, I have the gentleman that fought at PFL Africa. Let me just see if I can quickly see the names here. Boop, 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 boop. Kareem. Okay. The Kryptonian Kareem. I apologize, I don't have his last name. PFL, he's coming on the show eventually. We got Eric Anders, he's coming back on the show. Luis Hernandez, like that he is next week. And then Chanel Dyer, she's fighting on Dana White Contender Series on September 9th. She's out in England, out of Great Britain top team with a bunch of our friends of the podcast out there. But she's got a big fight coming up. So whole bunch of people lined up, plus Fight League Atlantic 21 is coming up on September 20th. That's going to be huge out in Pictou, Nova Scotia. I'll be there. And so hopefully we'll get some fighters from that card as well and kind of like help hype that up. But of course, we'll talk about it here. That is it, my man.
Cool.
See you later, buddy. Good show.
Bye.
See you next week.